Sacred Gums.
Sacred Gums.
Episode 2. Hey, welcome back to our Stupid Reactions Idiots. I'm Corbin Miles, and this is Rick Siegel.
Get to the chopper.
If you're new to our channel, go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe, and ring that little bell to be part of the notification squad. Boing!
And where should they follow us, Corbin?
Instagram! Twitter!
Oh yeah, past couple times we've added a little accentuation.
I know.
Makes me happy.
So, we are going to be reacting and reviewing episode 2 of Sacred Games.
Sacred Gums.
We did episode 1, if you'd like to see that, right here.
Hello.
And this, once again, is a spoiler.
Yeah, if you haven't seen episode 2, don't watch us.
Why are you even here?
Come
You
back
saw the
later.
title.
Sacred Gums.
So yeah, in this episode we went a little. Most people at the beginning of it were kind of freaking out over the return/death
Right.
of what's the main guy's name? I mean the bad guy. This guy. That
yes.
character.
His character is, that's it.
Yeah.
Ganesh.
Yeah, that guy.
But we also want you to know we figured out how to watch it without having the overdub issue.
Yeah. Yeah, we're idiots.
We're so stupid.
So we did watch it in Hindi with English of it. It was much better.
Much better.
Cleared up all of our issues.
Ah, what a great show.
Yeah, so it was mostly him figuring out people reacting to his death and trying to figure out why he returned.
Right.
And what the whole thing is.
Right.
And
which is always the hardest thing to do with a new series, is to get you established in midstream like that. It's hard to do.
I think this one was kind of more backstory led.
This episode too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the most interesting part still is younger. That bad guy,
his backstory.
Naduj, how do you pronounce it?
Nawazuddin Siddiqui?
Yes.
Yes, Nawazuddin Siddiqui.
I think his backstory is so interesting.
It's almost Godfather-y, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I thought the whole, him assembling the gang was real cool. I was like, oh, what's he gonna do? And then he just frickin' burns the guy.
Yeah, it's like...
Kills him, burns the guy.
Or Scarface, actually. It's more Scarface-y.
It's very
This guy
Scarface-y.
comes from obscurity, he's like, I'm gonna rule this city.
I do want to say, he was standing way too close to that gasoline. He would have been burned alive.
Yeah, and he was like throwing it all over the place like this.
Yeah,
but I have to imagine some got on him, and then he camps down.
Yeah, like he stood this close at when he threw it, and then he came back and he just started walking. He would have been engulfed.
I was waiting for the music to say, Salam Rocky Bye. Rocky!
But yeah, I mean, whatever. It doesn't.
I thought
it was funny.
I know there was a big contribution with the fact that we were hearing it in Hindi and there was nothing to that disconnect.
Yeah.
This felt like leaps and bounds from episode 1 in terms of it being just solid and through line all the way. Everything. Direction, score, lighting, makeup. This was pretty clean.
I think this is going to be kind of almost the turning point episode.
Yeah.
And it's going to kind of heat up after this.
Yeah, it feels
this
like
was kind of like, the first episode was like, oh, kind of get you. This is like establishing.
Yeah.
And then it's probably going to have a huge twist and plot turns in the next coming episode, which is exciting. Which I did really enjoy
Say it.
the old lady, not old lady, but
No, the restaurant lady.
Restaurant lady.
Right?
I thought she did. I loved her character. I thought she was great.
I did too.
And
one more.
The girl from Andahandahan.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is.
Andahandahan.
There you go, everybody. I know how you love how he says that. I remembered her, but I was watching her intently, and I noticed particularly when she's sitting at the bar and they're talking.
Yeah, that was great.
She's such a great listener, man. I had to look her up, and of course she's got massive theater background and training. And
tons of credits.
It shows, because she is a fantastic listener.
Yeah, she is. She was a very captivating part of the episode, which I think was a great addition, because when you first met her, it was in not first met her, in this episode, it was in the interview when they were interviewing Saif ALi character about what happened.
Who I like, couple things, if I may. I liked him much better this time around, and I'm sure it was probably the disconnect, right?
Because he wasn't dubbed over.
But let me point out something that I get nitpicky about, and I was really happy about. The directing in this, First of all, that sequence when she gets to the place and all of these people are all laying around dead with all the shells on the ground.
Yeah, which was a weird part of the thing to me. I don't know
what was going on.
What that was.
I didn't either.
Whose place it was. No. Why they were all dead.
Right.
And so I was like, what is going on here?
The way he shot that, shot it first up close with her, but then when she's coming in and she goes down the hallway, they did a dolly shot from the outside and tracked her from the outside. And I said out loud, great shot, man. Yeah. And let me tell you.
That whole sequence was great.
There was a moment where his turban, when he goes back in to take the evidence, right? He gets out of the car and he's walking in and there's some dirt marks on his turban. And I'm thought, crap, continuity, man. They kept it.
No, I would hope so.
I would hope so too. And I was so happy that they paid attention to that little detail. So for me,
it's the small things.
It's the little things. I'm glad there was no piano playing.
Anyways. And I thought the relationship between Saif Ali Khan and his partner was interesting. I think they're setting it up to, because obviously you figured out his wife left him.
I love that we found that out. It explained a lot for me about.
And it was kind of just thrown in there.
Right.
His wife left him.
And I love
okay.
Right. Which was great. There was they just let it be as we discovered it rather than trying to give us all this indicating about the fact that his life. We didn't even know that in the first episode. I love that.
But you figure out, obviously, this guy has this, infected wound on his back, which is weird.
A little weird.
But he can't have the money. He doesn't have the money for it, Saif Ali Khan. And so I think they're setting it up for, are they going to take the money?
Are they going to turn, you think?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, especially Saif Ali Khan is set up as the good guy.
Right.
In the episode. And his father, which we found out.
There's a connection.
Between this bad guy and Saif Ali Khan's father.
Yeah.
And so you wonder what they're going to do with all that money they found.
Right.
There was a bunch of stuff that I was like, wait, whose money? Wait,
right.
What? No. Hold on. Yes. Okay. I got it.
Yeah.
So I had to kind of piece together a bunch of this stuff, but it was really interesting in what's going to happen in the next episode. So I think after the third episode, I think it's going to be a big plot point episode.
Yeah. And I'd also like to know, because we're so ignorant and we're learning about stuff in India, I think I know the answer to this question because it has to do with corruption, and corruption is everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know how prevalent corruption is in law enforcement, and it may be different in some cities. Like in the United States, we have different issues in different cities where the police brutality or things with the police is different. So I just am wondering, is this an actual social? Because so many of the things we've watched, especially Amir Khan stuff, doesn't just touch, just goes boom with a social issue. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if that's corruption in government and the police is a big deal.
You remember
has to be
that scene where that lady came in. She looked like a Muslim woman. She came in and the guy basically just turned her away, said he probably joined ISIS or something like that.
Yeah.
It was a really tiny part.
Yeah, she was asking about her missing son. Yeah. And he just threw it off as he joined ISIS or Al-Qaeda.
Yeah, she threw him, didn't even care kind of thing. And so I'm wondering what that's going to be, because obviously he's showing some kind of...
Yeah, and they didn't touch on it, but...
And it was just kind of thrown away too. It was like it's quick thing, and it was...
But it's called Sacred Games, and there's been a couple of points where they've touched on it. They didn't talk about it a lot the second episode, but where... There's this religion, spiritual God thing that's coming into play. I wonder if this thing's going to take a dark, weird.
Well, yeah, it has a lot to do with religion.
Yeah.
This one, what is it called? It's called
episode 2.
Hala Hala.
Hala Hala.
So Hala Hala. So the synopsis was news of that guy's death activates political forces in Mumbai. The internal tension in the police department results
in Sartaj.
Yes. So obviously what we got from the first episode in that little thing was that head guy in the police force is corrupt. And
been around a while.
And he asked Saif Ali Khan's characters, support me and I'll support you. And Saif Ali Khan was like, and then he was like, you're suspended.
But did you notice he said, turn in your weapon? And the very next scene,
he had his weapon. So I was wondering, did he not do it, or
obviously he didn't? And then did you notice when he walks out of the room? He walks out and there's a lot of stuff going on, but there's one guy standing by the door, and as Sartaj comes out, the guy sees him come out, and he gets on his phone.
He starts calling.
Yeah, who is he calling?
I don't know. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah,
Quite excited for the next episode.
I like it.
So you'll see that whenever we watch it.
Yep. We like it.
Please let us know what we missed. Do not give us any spoilers.
Please.
Once again.
Please don't put spoilers in the comments, guys.
I will delete your comment.
Yeah, he will.
And humiliate you.
And we won't even keep reading. The minute I see Sartaj will become doink.
Yeah. I shall delete it and taunt you a second time, you
shall.
swine!
We shall come to your house and we shall give you a sound thrashing.
I shall fart in your general direction.
Oh, don't do it, Corbin.